why are people cheap about marketing? Why do people price shop on something that genuinely can transform their company? If I'm a business owner and I come to Optimum 7, and Optimum 7 says for the next 12 months it's going to cost you $50,000, and somebody in India or somebody that doesn't have as much visibility as Optimum 7, does not have Fortune 100 clients like Optimum 7, says it's going to cost $5,000. Do you think the owner is wrong in the fact that he chooses the cheaper option, even though he could afford the $50,000 strategy?
Well, yes and no. So yes, because I believe that every business owner should do their due diligence. They should do their research. They should do their homework and know a little bit more about what they're getting themselves into, so they can truly understand the difference between an agency that charges $50,000 opposed to one that only charges $5,000.
For the same service, supposedly.
Supposedly. And then, and no, because again, business owners, they are emotional. They're looking at their bottom line. They see where they're at right now, and I can understand that $50,000 may seem like a large investment to them. So yeah, they're going to go with the $5,000 choice, and we get that all the time. However, we see that that agency that they went with for $5,000 lasted maybe 6 months to a year, and then they come over to us and say, okay, why didn't this work?
And we call this the pricing paradox here at Optimum 7. I would say 90% of business owners buy marketing like they're buying an expense. And you can't do that, because that's the primary driver of your business to grow and to be more profitable. But it should not be done that way. So what you should do is you should buy marketing as an investment, not as an expense. And unfortunately, there are individuals that will always do it this way. But when you buy on the price, you are actually going to lose more opportunity and more growth opportunity in the intermediate and long term. And the price paradox is the following. If you truly need marketing services, let's say you're a business owner and you do $2 million in annual revenue, that means that you can afford to spend $100,000 on marketing. You truly can. You should be able to spend that amount on marketing, especially if you are in the digital space. Because you're not going to send letters, you're not going to get on magazines. If you're in the digital space, you have to spend that kind of money if you're looking for leads. And when you look at the smaller agencies or the companies or the providers, this doesn't have to be only marketing. This can be web design, this can be custom programming, this can be app development. When you choose on the cheaper scale, let's say you get a marketing plan that's $500 a month, right? You can't have a marketing strategy for $500 a month. You just can't. But there are companies who are selling it. And when you look at it as an expense, it doesn't bother you. You're just paying that on a monthly basis. And you'll probably pay that forever. And that's the pricing paradox that we talk about. When you pay too small, it doesn't bother you, but it's a waste of money. When you pay a little more, or when you pay more, it bothers you, and you are looking for direct results, instant results. If you were spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per month, you're going to look for results right away, right? You're going to look for results in the next 30 days. So the pricing paradox is the following. The smaller money that you pay does not bother you. That's why there are all these agencies that have $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 SEO packages. You can't do SEO for $500 a month. It's impossible. Content alone costs $250, $300 per content in a semi-competitive industry if you want a good copywriter to write it. So that's what's happening. That's what we see a lot of the time. So the essence of what we're discussing is if you go too cheap, yes, you will pay that money and it won't bother you, but you won't get anything in return for it. And this is what we see 99% of the time when people say, I was burned, I was paying this much money. And when we say, look, you're paying $500, you should truly be paying $3,000. They're like, whoa, you guys are 6 times the price of this other company. But when you look at what the other company did, they just charged the credit card.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. They're not on the right system.